Hello everyone, welcome to Outcasting again. It's been too long now. It's the 12th of June right now, 1:42 a.m. and I'm back to recording podcasts cuz I felt that I should. So the thing is, there's been a lot has happened since we last spoke. Basically there was this second wave of COVID pandemic which was too devastating, and the times were such that I just didn't feel like podcasting at all. And then there was this this kind of a creative block, I would say, which was just too devastating for me, and I just didn't feel okay all this time, and I just felt too lazy also. That's why I didn't make any content. So the thing is, I had some topics in mind today, like the idea of creative blocks. And the thing is, I've been going through one, not necessarily a block, but just that I'm not able to satisfy my own creative expectations. If that would count as a block, then yes, I guess I do have a block right now. And that's the thing. So I would like to start talking by talking about 100 days of sketching, because I tried doing 100 days of sketching on my Instagram, on the other Instagram, basically. On I had tried it last year and I had completed it successfully, because things were much different back in the days. And this time what I felt was, it just felt too frustrating and didn't feel right this time, because I didn't want to. I do draw every day. It's not like that. I just don't post every day. So technically I have been doing 100 days of sketching. It's just that I might showcase that 100 days of work in sometime in the future, because I guess that is how I feel. I don't feel like sharing a lot of my work right now. So that's the thing. And the thing about 100 days of sketching is that you have to post every day, and it's a bit too much sometimes, because one post on your Instagram feels like one kind of a release, a drop of new artwork. It sometimes feels like too big a deal, but it's really not. So I just feel that if this particular post won't make my feed look much better, I will not post it. But I guess that defeats the purpose of 100 days of sketching. You don't have to focus on the post, you have to focus on the process. But all of it is just too toxic now, because, well, Instagram, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Instagram, but it's just too shitty, I guess, sometimes. And I'm not saying that there's a better outlet for posting your artwork. I'm just saying that Instagram is a bit okay. I don't like it that much these days. And so that's the thing. And every day I just felt so suffocated. I was like, what the hell, I'll have to pressurize myself to draw some kind of meaningful artwork again. It's too boring, man. And then the thing is, I had this thing where I started to record my drawings on OBS and put them up on YouTube. So every time I drew, I just felt like I should record it. But when I sat to record it, I just felt so pressurized to draw good. That just ruined me. And the thing is, I did record so many videos of my drawings, but I just didn't feel like posting them, because the thing is, if you sit on an idea for too long, it will die out, I guess. It's like, yeah, you can't hold on to an idea for too long. It's like one analogy analogy that I can think of is petrol. If you leave it out in the open for too long, it will just fade away. If you store it in a tank or bottle it in the form of an artwork, it can last much longer and basically it stays there forever. Or like paint. If you keep paint just like that in the sun, you don't use it for years, it'll just dry out and become useless. So I think similarly for me, I just tend to sit on ideas for too long, and then they become pointless after a while because I've lost that spark to articulate them into paintings or any illustration or anything. So I've had too many failed ventures in this second wave of COVID pandemic and the second wave of 100 days of sketching, because man, I just feel too empty these days. So, oh man, that's the thing. What I feel is I've become too annoying and too annoyed these days. I just get annoyed by each and everything. So in general, I'm not that big in a great mindset these days. Not too healthy, I would say. So that's why I'm just not feeling like posting art as well, and it's a bit weird, man. I think this process will take time to improve, and me recording this podcast is a way to kind of take a step towards becoming a bit better. So that was the thing, and yeah, that's all. Like, I just forgot. I just feel so traumatized by my own self and by Instagram and this constant. I think a lot of it is just imagined pressure. Like, I think nobody really expects me to draw like fucking Picasso or something. It's just that nobody's like looking at my account and waiting for me to post. It's just my thing. I think I tend to take things too seriously, and that really, like, in retrospect, in life, things are not too difficult. Like, if you lost one card or if you lost one piece of paper, you won't die. Like, and the consequences won't be too harsh as much as you think. So I think I need to learn to take things much more lightly, like I used to back in the days. But these days, man, well, that's the thing. And actually today my throat is not feeling too good, and that is also the reason why I might seem to be in a sad state. But that's not sad particularly. I'm just a bit bored of this, just staying at home. I guess everyone is, and there are people who don't have homes. So I mean, what I mean to say is basically not particularly sad, but I'm just taking time to come to terms with the fact that life in general is boring and it's not always exciting. Because it used to be for me. I used to be so excited about things back in the days when there was no pandemic and there was no... I used to be so excited to draw on Photoshop and just to draw and lift the pencil in. These days I just don't. And I'll do that now. I'll probably start live sketching and some watercoloring. Like, I have to kind of get back up on my feet slowly and steadily, and try to also improve my health. Not like, so I have good health physically well these days, but sometimes it just I don't feel so good. And yeah, I guess um, I kind of really needed to sit down in silence and retrospect and be more hopeful about life, because it's too difficult to be hopeful these days, because things are too foggy. Because let's just blame it on the pandemic, I guess, but maybe I'm too foggy internally. So as a social commitment, what I would like to say is that I'll start posting more regularly. I'll start organizing my life, starting with cleaning my room, probably doing some room decor kind of a thing, and try and make more content. And I'll try to make sure that these podcasts keep coming back to back, and I'll try not to take a break, but no pressure, because I can't force myself, otherwise it'll be like 100 days of sketching, which is a toxic. It's toxic for me, that's all. So that was all for this podcast, guys. If you're watching it on YouTube, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and share it with your artist friends or friends who you think would like to see this. And if you're listening to it on Spotify, thank you for dropping by. And that's all, I guess. See you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe and don't overexert yourself. Try not to overexert yourself. And bye bye. See you guys.